Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about the Steam controller. I'm a little late to the party on this one, but hey, we're going to join it. Let's check it out. Enjoy. Alright guys, so what we got here is we have a Steam controller. I'm going to tell you this controller is brand new. I bought it actually about, almost 6 months ago or something like that, when these were on sale. So I honestly haven't used it yet. So they were on sale for $5. They were getting rid of a lot of inventory, and I was like, hey, let's check it out. So what comes in the box? Well, you got your controller. You got a wireless dongle. Came with a couple batteries. You have the instruction book. There's a wire in here. Check this out. Looks like there's a wire in here, a USB wire. It'll go into this, and you can put your dongle in here. I've heard some people say that it can help to use this apparatus, to put onto your desk if you're going wireless. I might do the wireless thing for a while, but I might have it wired also. I haven't really decided what to do with this yet. I was kind of looking at it for my laptop use. I have a nice gaming laptop. So let's see what we got here with this controller. So this controller, doesn't feel as heavy as some of the other controllers you get, like your Xbox or your PlayStation or anything like that. It's got 2 shoulder buttons, 2 trigger buttons, just like the controllers. There's only one stick. You got your standard button configuration, the 4 buttons. It's got a Steam button, whatever that's for. We'll figure that out. It's got 2 buttons here. It's got these, from what I read, these are touch pads. Looks like you can also click on them, but they're supposed to be touch sensitive, so you can be able to go like this, and do whatever. So it's got this on the bottom, so that's kind of cool. On the bottom here also, this is where your batteries would go in. One battery goes here, and one goes here. The controller supposedly has some kind of vibration function. I don't think it's really a vibration. I forget what they call it for the Steam controller, but it has something for that. So like I said, overall, this isn't really your standard type of controller. It's different. From the research I did, it's either a love or hate thing with this. But basically, this is fully programmable. You can do anything you can do with a mouse and a keyboard with this, supposedly. I suppose there's a lot of depth to it, and things like that. Some of the videos that I've been checking out from another YouTuber, I believe it's the Existential Egg, I believe his name is. I might put a link below to that, but he's really into this, and there's a huge community of people that are really into this controller. So like I said, I figured I'd try it out. I don't know how much I'll use it at my physical desktop, but I have a laptop, and one of the things is, like, when I post up in the living room with the laptop, it'd be kind of cool just to kind of lean back a little more instead of at a tray table or whatnot, and just kind of play a game. But we'll see how it goes. We're gonna get this set up. We're gonna run through a little bit on a game, check some of the settings, play with the settings, see how they do, things of that nature, and just kind of get a good feel, see how we think about it overall, and go from there. and hopefully it's something you guys find entertaining. It probably won't be the last video I do with this controller, because like I said, I want to do a follow-up. I want to kind of do my initials here, and then I want to use it for a while, do a follow-up, and maybe talk about some more content with it. So like I said, let's get this set up, and I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope it's helpful to you in some way. Alright, so we go in here. Once we open up Steam, we turn our controller on. You have to be in the big mode setting. Gotta update our firmware. So there'll be an update that you have to do. Looks like the controller just kind of lights up right away. Kind of cool. Alright, so our Steam controller is now updated. Well, that's going to be weird. So, I'm going to show you guys really quick, just in case. I'm going to exit big picture mode real quick. So, when you first open your Steam, you want to go up to where it says view here, and you can go to big picture mode. You click on that, then it'll open big picture mode up. Big picture mode is where you access the controller settings and whatnot, but once you're in here, when you turn your controller on, it'll update your firmware, and you'll kind of go from there. So right now here's a mouse, and then if I decide I want to just use the controller, you kind of click and go around and do that kind of stuff. So let's see what we got here. Here's our library. Oh. So we can resume and explore. We can see what we got here. Here's what I have installed. Let's look at. Oh wow. Oh no, that's crazy. So these are pretty cool. Now that's neat. Like each one of your thumbs controls this half. That's pretty cool. And you can just click. Neat. So we'll go to library. We'll go to installed, and let's check out Resident Evil. Let's see what we got here. So we click on this Resident Evil. They got some things here. They got manage game. They got community content. So let's go to manage game. So some things you're going to see here is you're going to see controller configuration, controller options, set update preferences, add favorites, blah blah blah. Let's go to configuration here. This here will show you your configurations. What's what, who. You got your D-pads. You got your joystick. You got your basic buttons. It's got a mouse click setup. It's got triggers and bumpers, and it's all kind of just basic stuff here. Let me go back. Go to controller options. We can turn the rumble on or off. I'm going to leave it off. Global settings, what is that? I don't know. Alright, so we go here. When you're on the controller configurations here, at the bottom of the screen, let me see. Oh, you can click and use the mouse. You can come down here, and there'll be different options. If you're using your controller, it'll have buttons down here. So we're going to hit X and browse configurations, and they have community ones. You can kind of go in here and see what you know, what other people are using. It'll have votes on how many people use it, how much playtime, you know, things like that. So you can kind of just go through here and see what looks cool. So we can go like this one here. You know, you see a preview, and it's how somebody has something set up. So if there's a game you want to play and you don't really like the configuration, you can kind of browse and see what other people did. You know, that'd save you some time with trying to set up and go from there. You know, you can kind of just go with it, and then you can apply the configuration or go, you know, wherever. They got the recommended. So yeah, because it'll probably roll to recommended first, and just kind of go from there. All right, so yeah, I agree. All right, so it looks like there is. So some of these controls are a little weird. Whoa. Okay. Like, I didn't write anything down, so I'm kind of just hitting some things right now and seeing what's doing what. So I haven't played this game in forever. So kind of just alright. So there's a knife. So it's taking a little bit of getting used to, but it's not bad. Alright, so I figured out what the action button is to open doors and stuff. That's actually the squeeze on the bottom. That's a little different. I'm pretty sure I remember what happens here. It's been years. I think this is where I encountered the first zombie. Is that Barry? Well, he looks tasty. So, that was special. Alright. So that's not too bad. We'll get out of this one here. Let's check out another game. Like I said, the controllers, this is one of those games where, like I said, the controllers were a little wonky. When it first came out, everything was backwards. So, we'll come back to that at another time. Alright, so I'm going to tell you out the gate what they've done here is the touchpad on the right for your right thumb. It has become kind of like the mouse. So you got your thumb, you're moving it around. I can't say that I care for it. I would probably have to redo that setting. I made that beginning pretty ugly there for me. I guess I could get used to it. But it's definitely odd. It's an odd feel. So this would probably be a game I wouldn't play with this controller. You know, I mean, I guess I could get used to it. I might play with it, but I don't know. So I think there's some possibilities for this controller. I think I'm going to play around with it some more. And I think we're going to do some videos, and I do think I might start doing some streaming and use it here and there, and just kind of talk about it and go from there. But like I said, I'm not digging the mouse on your thumb here, so I have to get used to it. You know, it honestly doesn't have that bad of a range of motion. It's just, like I said, it's just a little weird at first. You can see that, you know, I'm almost dead, and part of that's why. Oh, we got glory kills. Oh, I can do those. Alright. Ooh. Oh. You know, like I said, I gotta get used to this controller. Right now it feels kind of clunky to me. You can't look at this like a standard controller. And it's gonna be a slight issue. At least initially. Like I said, if I get used to it, I think there's a lot of possibility here. I'm not going to give up on it, but it was only $5, so, you know. So, switch weapons. Yeah, this is all over the place. So what I'm finding here is if I don't want to take my thumb off where the mouse is, because then this thing just like flies all over the place. Like if I start to turn and I take the mouse off, my thumb off where it is, it continues to spin. But if I keep my thumb on there, there's a lot more control. So, like I said, it's a touch thing. Got to get used to it. It's not, like I said, it's going to have to get used to it. So where does jump? Oh, there's jump. Gotcha. So I can say I'm getting a lot more comfortable as I'm using this more. But like I said, it's still kind of weird getting used to having the mouse on your thumb. So my overall on this is, I think it's a good controller. I think it's got a lot of upside, but we're going to have to play with it more. And that's really where I'm at with it. You know, a couple different games we tried here. Like I said, it's interesting. I think there's a lot of possibility, and especially the thing I like is you can customize it. If there's something you don't like about it, you can change it. And I'm also looking at the fact that, you know, there's community here. You know, you can go to your games, and if there's one you want to play, and you can see what configurations other people have used. I mean, if you can find something that makes sense for you. So like I said, I'm gonna beat this controller up, and we're gonna revisit it here. And if there's something you want to see with it or want me to check out and want to get some feedback, just let me know. Leave a comment below. If you like this video, just like and share, and we'll see you again here on Mindmeld Tech. Thanks for watching.